Can you get a Scrum Master job without a certification? How easy is it to break into the Agile industry if you are coming from a totally non-tech environment, but you really want to be a Scrum Master or product owner? What is the top certification out there today? These are all of the questions I'm going to answer right here on Talk About It Tuesday, so don't go anywhere. Hey, Nicole here. Welcome to Acing Your Agile Career, where we give you tips and techniques to be successful from beginning to winning, regardless of your industry. Also, welcome to the new segment, Talk About It Tuesday, which is being sponsored by the Certified Agile Transformation Professional. It is an online course that helps Agilists like you lead their teams through transformation more effectively, and it gives you the competitive advantage over just having a single certification. So, Talk About It Tuesday is a new segment being brought to you because you guys have been asking me some really great questions. In the comments, every single time I do a video, you all are asking me amazing questions and I want to answer them. So Talk About It Tuesday is all about answering your top questions in 10 minutes. And every single week, I promise to answer your questions, so you'll have to tune in to see if your question gets answered. So let's start, since I only have 10 minutes, let's start with the first question. Nicole, can you get the Scrum Master job without a certification? My answer, folks, is that it's very rare now. This used to be more common back in the day, because the way that this would happen is that companies would decide, hey, we want to move to Agile, and they would already take project managers or people already in place, and they would just start implementing Agile. They would get a coach to come in to train them, and they weren't really being bothered with certifications as much because it was an organic decision to just start and move to Agile. This meant a project manager could assume the Agile Scrum Master role without having a die-hard certification, and then usually within about 6 months or a year, they would send that Scrum Master to go get certified after the fact. So this doesn't happen that much anymore because companies actually want people to come in already trained, already having a certification, and preferably with experience. So it's not as common unless your company is going through a transformation and they're going to actually take the people within and make them Scrum Masters, okay? All right, next question. Can a person come from another industry and get into Agile? Yes, this happens all the time. In fact, let me tell you something. Post-COVID, Agile is unescapable. Every single company in some form or fashion is going to be utilizing Agile practices and principles. Now, this doesn't mean that companies are going full scale commando Agile, right? It doesn't mean like we're making everybody a Scrum Master, everybody a product owner. It just means that in a moment, it's really going to be hard to escape Agile ways of working. Now, what I would say is if you are like a marketer or someone in HR, it's good to go and take a course like the Certified Scrum Master course or the CATP, the Certified Agile Transformation Professional, which teaches you about the whole world of Agile transformation and all the roles. My point is, it's not hard at all to break in. Once you know basic principles, it doesn't matter what the product is or what the company is, you can help to lead and execute and support Agile, okay? Third question, Nicole, how did you get into Agile? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet. So long story short, in like 2011, 2012, I was working for a major consulting firm. By the way, my background is in the big consulting companies, and I guess they felt that they could see the future, or they were anticipating Agile was the way of the future, and we were consultants. We were management consultants. That's all we were, and we were pretty much voluntold that we were going to become certified Scrum Masters. Now, back in those days, you could get the CSM but not be a true Scrum Master. That means you weren't going to lead a team tomorrow, right? You weren't going to get the Scrum Master certification today to go lead a team, but instead you were getting that Scrum Master certification so that you could become familiar with Agile principles and values. And so that's what this company did for us. I'm going to create a second video on things I wish I knew, because back then we didn't take it seriously. We just thought it was just another certification, like a Lean Six Sigma. We didn't realize how big Agile was really going to become, and more to come on that story later. It's too long to tell. All right, best Scrum Master groups. Dawn Nicole, what are the best Scrum Master groups? So instead of like giving you a list, by the way, I will put some in the description, I promise, but what are the best Scrum Master groups on Facebook and LinkedIn? Instead, the better question should be, what should I be looking for in a Scrum Master group? So let's start there. A good Scrum Master group really is a group that aligns to your goals, and it starts with you all. It starts with saying, what do I want to do? Am I looking to get hired in a Scrum Master group? Then does this group give me tips on getting hired and acing the interview? Are there HR partners in this group that are actively sourcing for resumes? Or am I already hired, but I'm looking for a quick place to get answers to questions throughout the day where I can ask a question? So then I would want a group that's hyper responsive. That means you can put a question in the group and you get swarms of people who are very quick to answer. Or am I looking to just educate myself to learn things that I didn't know yet? Then you're looking for a group that is really strong on educational components where they are polling and they are helping you to understand why something is the way that it is. Or are you looking for a group where you could maybe look to align with partners? Okay, so it's all about what you want to get out of a group, and you have to ask yourself, what type of group serves me? So that's the right question to ask when you're looking for a group, and I will put a list of great groups in this description. Okay, final question for Talk About It Tuesday. What are the best Agile certifications? You all know that is not a quick answer. I will keep it short and sweet and stick to the Scrum Master certification. So there are big three. There are the big three certifications out there. One is the CSM, that is the granddaddy of them all. Then you have the PSM. So the CSM, which stands for Certified Scrum Master, is through Scrum Alliance, while the PSM, Professional Scrum Master, is through scrum.org, okay? Then you have the SAFE certification, which I'm going to talk about last, okay? But the CSM is essentially a 2-day course. How you get it? You have to go through a CST, right? A Certified Scrum Trainer that has been ordained to train. You go and you enroll in this class. You pay a decent amount of money. It does cost more than the PSM because you're going through a workshop style class with other people, and you're really getting graded based on participation, based on how active you are, how your ability to demonstrate what you're learning, so on and so forth. When I took the CSM way back in the day, there wasn't a test. I don't think there's a test today, but it was really about the entire experience and giving you that interactive perspective. However, the PSM, Professional Scrum Master, is through scrum.org, something you can pay to take. You can study. There are free study guides. I personally found the CSM the hardest one. And I have all of the certifications. So I found that one to be hard because you can't really skate through it. You have to know what you know. And then there's SAFE. So this is interesting. A lot of employers and corporations kind of find SAFE overall, scaled agility, very heavy and very clunky and hard to implement. And what I find is when we are looking for Scrum Masters, we're looking for a CSM or a PSM. An SA, a scaled practitioner, is nice to have, but as a Scrum Master, that Scrum fundamental, that foundational, is going to be really key, and employers will probably favor the CSM, PSM, and then maybe that SAFE. So that's what I will tell you. So there's really not a best. It's really about what your organization wants you to have and what the market is asking for. So I hope that answers your questions. Keep the questions coming in because we'll be doing this every single Tuesday, and I've got a whole backlog of questions to answer. So listen, I hope you got a ton of value. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so that you never miss out on any value, and put your questions in the chat. And until next time, this has been Dawn Nicole, where you get real advice from a real practitioner in her real office. And as always, keep calm and be agile with Dawn Nicole. Thanks for joining Talk About It Tuesdays.